Next is model 2. So just now we have discussed Wilson model, basic inventory model. Most of the time we will get question from that, but there is less chance to come in the next three models. Model 2, those models also we will discuss. Gradual replacement model. Gradual replacement model. So in this, the demand, whatever supply, it won't be instantaneously. Even the demand is uniform, the supply is not instantaneous. The supply is gradual supply. You suddenly won't get the components. So here, so that's the difference. Just I will show you one diagram. So here, suppose if you look at that earlier, it was straight line here. Now we have to be triangle. It will come as triangle. So this triangle says that this triangle is will come from. So even though it is actual production is this much, but there is a consumption also. While producing an item, consumption also will be there. So this one is P, rate of production. So corresponding this highest point is Q, inventory ordered. That Q equal to inventory ordered. So that value is Q. But while ordering, it will be consuming also. So that's why your resultant inventory reached in the level inventory level reached in the system is this triangle top. Okay. So this one is called period of production till this point, time of production. From here, time of demand. So this point is P, production, and this rate difference is consumption rate, and C is consumption, and this one is P minus C. P is production, C is consumption. So resultant is P minus C. So instantaneous supply of delivery is not possible here. So remaining assumptions are same. Only instead of instantaneous supply, it is gradual supply. Instead of instantaneous supply, here gradual supply takes place. So in the inventory level never reach to the which it has been ordered because it is not instantaneous. So P is called production rate in unit per day, units per day. C, consumption rate in units per day. I am producing 5000, I am consuming 500. So even while producing also I am consuming, that's why the resultant graph is shown downwards. So I will show another color, I think. So D is rate of demand, demand rate or rate of demand per unit per year. So Q is size of lot ordered. Ordered or procured, both are same. TP is production time. TD is depletion time. During the TP, the rate of at which inventory builds up is P minus C unit per unit time. During the period, production period, that means TP, nothing but production period, the inventory builds at a rate of P minus C units per unit time. After TP, inventory depletes at a rate of C. That's what which we have shown in diagram. So this point correspondingly we are showing before that it is producing at the rate of pre and as well as consuming, the resultant is shown as P minus C. And after production phase over, I mean that means in the depletion phase only consumption will be there. There is no production that in that place. So here TP equal to Q by P and maximum on hand inventory equal to nothing but TP into production time into orders, P minus C. So you will get the maximum on hand inventory. So TP is nothing but Q by P, substitute that. So next is average inventory equal to Q by 2 into 1 minus C by P. This is nothing but P minus C by P. So total cost or total variable cost generally total cost means total variable cost equal to ordering cost plus carrying cost. So total variable cost equal to ordering cost demand by Q into what is ordering cost C3 plus average Q by 2 1 minus C by P into C1. So simplify d total variable cost by dq equal to 0 and then economic order quantity EOQ equal to 2dC3 by C1 into P by P minus C. This is the economic quantity. If you consider instead of instantaneous production, if there is gradual production, instead of demand, there is gradual demand, like then it is a formula for to remember. Then in the same way, what is the annual cost? Substitute this economic order quantity in the total annual cost, total variable cost. Total variable cost at EOQ economic order quantity equal to, so we have given total variable cost already is equal to the ordering cost D by Q into C3 plus Q by 2 into 1 minus C by P into C1. So substitute this Q equal to economic order quantity. Q equal to EOQ is equal to 2dC3 by C1 into P by P minus C. P minus P by P minus C. So P by P minus C is a multiplication factor inside the root. You have to substitute this, then you will get total variable cost for economic order quantity equal to 2dC3C1 into P minus C by P. So this is the total variable cost. Total annual cost equal to TAC at EOQ is equal to thing but demand into price of item plus TVC at EOQ. But here the fixed cost also will vary. So then you have to be careful. Next is similarly optimum number of production run per year. Optimal number of production runs. Optimal number of production runs per year, that is nothing but number of production equal to D by economic order quantity. Substitute the economic order quantity here, D by 2D C3 by C1 into P minus C by P. So P by P minus C. Simplify this, you will get the value. So optimal length of lot size production run. length of each lot size production run. So length of each lot size production run is nothing but TP is equal to TP star is nothing but economical order quantity divided by P. Substitute economic order quantity, you will get the value. So this is about model 2. So only thing you need to remember that economic order quantity and total variable cost formula. So just remember that, and that's enough actually. You need to remember that formula, and so whenever if it is model 2, that means there is the rate of production and rate of consumption, then you need to use that formula. So next is model 3. Here deterministic demand and shortages are allowed. So in we know that assumptions are demand is deterministic, so another one is shortages. Here new thing, in the first case no shortages, second case also no shortages, but here shortages are allowed. Production rate shortages are allowed, so that means we are not meeting the, we don't have inventory to meet our sudden requirement. Production rate is infinite, so instantaneous production rate is again instantaneous like first model. Next is lead time is zero, nothing but lead instantaneous production. Next reordering is allowed. So if you look at the diagram, we have seen that in the first scenario where the demand is deterministic and instantaneous production. So suppose for example I am continuous demand, and here shortages are allowed, it is going down. So even though demand is there, we don't have items. So suddenly instantaneous production, suddenly we will get the items. Again it go down. And again will suddenly, generally it never occurs, but it is ideal. Generally we have to assume this is one type of model assumptions. So this is time x-axis. We know that in the first method, if you remember, in the first method only this first triangle is there, model 1 Wilson's model, only without shortages, but here now shortages also available. So here the time for the production is lead time is 0. The moment you order the quantity, you will receive that. So but there is another time called shortage time, which is nothing but the you won't have stock available with you. So this is called shortages. How much? This is Q minus S, or Q minus S, and T1 is nothing but stock of replenishment time for zero inventory. Replenishment time for zero inventory. So this total is called Q. So this is T2, this is T, this is T1. So this area is called shortage, which is shown in red, which is shown in red mark. Shortage. Next, Q is the order size. Notations. S is the shortage. C3 is ordering cost. Anyway, we know that. So T1 is stock replenishment time for zero inventory. So replenishment time. T2 is backlog time, or otherwise shortage time. So number of cycles per year equal to D by Q. Here again, economic order quantity. After simplifying by considering shortages, economic order quantity, economic sorry economic order quantity is calculated as EOQ equal to, we know without shortages it is 2D C3 by C1. So now if we consider shortages, C2 by C1 plus C2. C1 is carrying cost, C2 is ordering cost, shortage cost. inventory carrying cost, and C3 is ordering cost. D is annual demand. So in this case again total variable cost at economic order quantity is equal to 2D C3 C1 C2 by C1 plus C2. Simple. So other characteristics like maximum inventory level is equal to Q minus S. Is equal to square root of 2D C3 by C1 into C2 by C1 plus C2. Time between orders T is equal to economic order quantity divided by T. Substitute that, you will get the value. Next, reorder level. R is equal to Q star minus S maximum inventory level. Q minus maximum inventory level. So that's about shortages. If you consider shortages in the same K model 4, in the same model 4 is gradual demand and shortages are considered. Here the diagram is combination of all three which we have discussed, whether the shortages or even gradual demand, both. So diagram I will just show you, and no need anyway because they never asked this area. So this is gradually increasing again. So this is it has to be same, but it is. So this actually P is a demand, actual demand, actual production rate. P C P minus C C is consumption rate, S is shortages, this is order quantity, this is a P. P is a rate of production. C is the rate of consumption. So here, considering this economic order quantity after simplifying, 2dC3 by C1 is a basic one, and P by P minus C by P you need to add. Then after this, another one is considering gradual demand. So when you are considering shortages, when you are considering shortages, C1 plus C2 by C2. So if you remember this formula, you can remember all formulas. Another formula I am giving, remember that also. So total variable cost here, total variable cost at economic order quantity equal to 2D C3 C1 into C2 by C1 plus C2 into, so this P by P minus C. Whatever the values you will get in order quantity, it will reverse that P terms. Okay. You just remember these two formulae, you can solve most of the questions.